is our first pizza and podcast. And the pizza we made tonight from scratch, which took far too long and was way overkill, is caramel apple pizza. And there's no blood on it, so that's good. But there was a casualty. Peeled the top of my finger off peeling the apples.
I still don't know when we're able to eat this.
When the caramel stops looking very, very
liquidy.
Yes.
It's really just like a chip, a platter of apple chips.
You think so? And there's just a dip?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's like a bread bowl.
It's slippery but sticky.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Who needs pizza? We just got... It's not bad.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like apple pie. It's got that warm, soft apple with the sweet sugar.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's the first time. We'll perfect it over the...
Or we won't.
Or... or we won't.
It was fun for me.
I could have done without filleting my finger, but... at least we know the peeler is sharp. So what do you want to discuss tonight?
Yeah, you beat me to it. I was going to say you had a great topic for us.
What topic was that? You wanted to talk about traffic.
Well, it was just, I knew there would be things you were wrong about. I knew we could talk about that, but I don't know if it's worth it.
I don't know. Did you know that there's a current event I saw today? They're looking at reactivating a nuclear power plant in South Carolina.
I didn't even know we had one.
I didn't either. It was like top of the news today. So they shut this. It was under construction, and I guess it was a failure. So they shut it down. The project in 20.
Is that your microphone?
No, I'm drinking some water here. It's too late for coffee, so I gotta go with the water.
If I wouldn't have said anything, would you have said? Would you have said
So,
like the whole?
Can you hear me better when I talk into the mud? Does it sound better?
It kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can do that.
Yeah, like when you like cup the like your phone and try to like show someone a video.
Yeah. No, but it was like one of the top of the news things. There was a power plant they shut down in 2017. They like just stopped. And now 8 years later,
Was there a reason why they stopped?
No, I think it was just like a failed project. And I can look it up, but they want to get approval to start it back up for energy, like supply for data services or some nonsense like that. And my thought was, I'd rather not have a nuclear power plant in South Carolina, especially one that's been shut down for 8 years.
Where at in South Carolina?
It was someplace I've never heard of. Thankfully, because that means it's not close.
It's probably, yeah.
Halted nuclear plant project could restart in South Carolina. To meet the growing demand from data centers, the state is looking to give nuclear energy another try.
I don't know enough
No,
about
I'm good. We don't really need data centers that bad. Near Jenkinsville, South Carolina. Dirt roads lead to a half-constructed nuclear reactor, or half-constructed nuclear reactors that have been sitting idle since 2017.
I don't know enough about
I don't like that idea. I don't want to have to walk around in biosuits.
Yeah. But if things are done
Look at the next sentence. The failed nuclear plant is one of the state's most notorious energy undertakings, one that customers are still paying for today. Now,
paying for it, might as well finish it.
Now Santee Cooper wants to revive it. I don't know who Santee Cooper is. Probably some politician. So the utility announced last month it's going to seek requests for proposals for a developer to buy and complete one or both of the partially built units, which were supposed to be additions to the existing VC Summer nuclear plant.
The only nuclear power plant that I'm aware of is through The Simpsons. I don't know anything else. I just know there's a bozo kind of controls it, takes them out.
Exactly.
Things go wrong, but they live. They're fine.
If completed, it would generate 2,200 megawatts of nuclear capacity, enough to power hundreds of thousands of homes. Are we using nuclear energy now to power our homes?
Somewhere, yeah. I don't know.
Can't they build the plant like somewhere else though? And just run
I'm
the
sure
cables?
there are plants other places.
No, I mean this plant. I'm not a big fan of having the power plant be in South Carolina. I don't even know where Jenkinsville is, but it's still too close.
But it's only bad if it blows up.
Or leaks. It's already failed. That's the thing. It's not like, hey, we're going to do new construction.
Failure just means didn't succeed. It didn't mean like something bad happened. It just...
If we were building a Chick-fil-A, a failure would be like, okay, whatever. But this is a nuclear power plant. You cannot have failure at a nuclear power plant.
But they were smart
Just
enough.
ask Chernobyl. They still
Never met 'em.
can't live there. The whole place is desolated.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be kind of cool though to live in like a desolate area like that, like Fallout, like you're living like Fallout.
Post-apocalyptic times.
Yeah.
Fallout was a dope game and a good TV series.
I still haven't watched it yet.
I don't know if I would want to live.
Wouldn't it be kind of fun? It'd be terrifying.
No, because then you got to wear biosuits everywhere. You got radioactive.
No. Like it's to where you don't have to wear biosuits. Like the damage is done, you emerge, and it's not like gonna kill you unless you get in the water.
So you leave the vault.
Yeah.
And
but
you can breathe air.
You're good. Yeah, just don't jump in a lake or anything. You're good.
No
But
swim.
just don't.
So what are you gonna drink? And then what are you gonna eat? And then you have all the radioactive animals. You imagine a freaking palmetto bug
But it would be kind of
with
cool
nuclear juice.
Imagine
no, they're
just
already freaking huge and scary.
when you need to let out your frustration. Like,
Dude. I don't have that much frustration to want a nuclear fallout.
I mean, I think I would do that just for fun. I wouldn't even be. I don't need to let out frustration. The ghouls would be the creepiest part. 'Cause, like,
Yeah, you'd
are
have
they
to deal with
human?
that.
Are they not human? That's the hard part for me.
Well, they're mutated humans.
And then
They're mutated humans.
the mutants, the super mutants.
Yeah.
Are they human?
No, they're mutants.
Like, do they? But they were human. Do they still have a heart?
I'm sure they do.
Like, do we still have to show compassion and love them? That's hard.
Not if they're trying to eat you.
But no, there's some of them you can befriend. There's one of them where
I know, the big guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he was cool. I actually had him
Yeah.
as like my buddy for a while.
Yeah.
Because he could carry a lot.
Yeah.
So,
And
and
then
I
there's
was
another
like,
one where there's a super mutant that takes care of a girl, like a little girl. Like, kind of becomes their parental figure.
really?
Yeah.
I would rather not have South Carolina become a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland. And for what? To generate power for houses? Is our power bill going to be free?
So you'd rather live the life we're living now and just watch TV shows? Or go out and live a TV show?
I'd rather watch it. Yeah. I'd rather watch it. Because where's the incentive for the people? For the homeowners? Okay, it'll power hundreds of thousands of
The
homes.
incentive is the fallout.
Are we not going to have to pay for an electric bill anymore? Because if you're like, hey, we're going to put a nuclear plant in your state, but you're not going to have to pay for electricity because it's going to generate everything for you.
Maybe
In which case,
eventually.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
still no.
No,
Because what am I saving? Like $50, $60 a month?
that adds up, bro.
For the risk of a nuclear power plant in your state.
For
Dude,
the
I don't know where
potential.
Jenkinsville is, but it doesn't matter. Anywhere in South Carolina. South Carolina's not that big. 4 hours, coast to coast.
Yeah.
On like the longest part to the longest part. A nuclear
How fast do you drive?
power plant failure would decimate the entire state. And then go into North Carolina and Georgia and maybe even Tennessee.
Yeah. It might be
Is it worth it?
Yeah, it might be worth it.
I don't understand how you would think it's worth it.
Because you have this energy to where you probably would pay less eventually, which is a pro, or I mean,
You just have some
because then you get to
Like,
go.
sick fixation
then you
on
don't have a
smashing
home.
nuclear bugs.
Yeah, and then you don't have like a permanent home. You go travel and explore and find other.
You
little
could just do that
shelters.
now without like the threat of death around every corner.
Yeah, people own land. Like once that happens, no one owns anything.
But dude, this is South Carolina. This isn't somewhere in New England where the bugs die every year and then they can't get big. We're talking fire ants. Nuclear mutated fire ants. Dude, fire ants are
I'm not
this
afraid of
big and they still
that. Would
suck.
be, yeah, there would be a lot of fire ants.
Oh, guess what? Yellow jackets. Yeah, plenty of experience with those. I get decimated by them every freaking year, and I don't even do anything. And they're not even genetically modified. You add nuclear
It's so
radioactive
funny.
energy to them.
You don't do anything and you get stung, and if they come near me, I'll slap the heck out of them and tell them to go away, and they don't mess with me.
Dude, could
So
you
you'd be like-
imagine
You'd be like,
yellow
watch out
jackets?
for those yellow jackets. I'm like, I don't care. And I just walk right up in them.
Could you imagine a yellow jacket like the size of the candlestick? Like, yeah, that. God, that's terrifying just thinking about it. Like, you're just walking
You
along.
think caramel on this thing?
No, it broke. We have kids. So, like, you're just walking along, and then a swarm of those come out of the ground. Then you have fire ants coming out of the ground. Go for
I
it.
feel like a little kid.
Then you
the-
got
the ants
palmetto
would be-
bugs, which are just
would be-
gross, but they're usually like harmless. Then you got
I've never used this.
Then you got black widows and all the big giant spiders. Like thin crust. Don't cut my phone.
I just as a jacket.
Dude,
for
you're
a
really throwing me
pizza.
off with this.
It's the caramelized, like it's thick
It
on the
hardened?
bottom. Yeah. Is it still too runny?
Who cares? Just go ahead and cut a slice. Let's see what's going on. Why does it sound like ice? Is it frozen? I feel like we invented a new material.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna take a time out and get a plate real quick. And a napkin because we probably need it.
You saying I'm messy?
No, I'm saying the pizza's messy. Why is it so hard? I feel like my teeth are gonna come out. This is not edible. How is it runny and yet I feel like I'm chewing cement?
I feel like I'm chewing in slow motion. Just
It's
like-
worse than tapping. What am I eating? There's no way I'm gonna be able to brush this out of my teeth. It tastes good though.
Mhm.
Dang, I want to take another bite, but I don't. I'm so hungry. Dude, my teeth are wrecked right now. Oh well, it's too late now. Damage is done.
I don't know how to eat this.
Next time, I'm gonna buy the bottle of caramel and just put that on there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the homemade recipe that I followed.
Well, To be fair, I did incite, is that the right word? For you to add more. When it said to drizzle. And I was like, oh, I'll just keep going.
It definitely was your fault. It tastes good though.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't think there's any recovery from this. My teeth are gonna be jacked. Imagine eating this right before you go to the dentist. They'd be so pissed. But yeah,
It's
so
just stuck everywhere.
I know. Can't even talk.
Mm-mm.
Podcast over. No, but
Where were we?
I was talking about radioactive mutant bugs in South Carolina. Between the yellow jackets and the fire ants and the palmetto bugs and the spiders, we have black widows, we have those giant huntsmen and wolf spiders, which are,
Those are dope.
they're dope. And they're cool when they're smaller than you are, but when they're mutated to be the size of a car, I'd rather not.
Why do mutated always mean bigger?
Because mutations usually result in either cellular growth or cellular death. And cellular death, they'd be dead, so they would be a threat.
So they might all die. All the bugs.
Yeah, South Carolina bugs never die. Then you got the snakes. Oh, the copperheads.
Oh, forget that.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be dealing with all this stuff, and you're never gonna have a home because you want to wander. You want to leave the safety of the vault
But you're
and
assuming
wander around a post-apocalyptic
you're assuming all these
South
animals.
Carolina, just because we wanted a couple extra houses to have electricity that we still had to pay for.
Hmm.
That doesn't make any sense.
You're assuming all these bugs and snakes live though. They mutate.
Yeah. Life always finds a way, man. Jeff Goldblum
So
said
then
that.
we would find a way to overcome them.
Overcome them? Yeah, of course. We have guns and stuff. This is the South, after all. There's no shortage of guns.
Yeah.
But I'd still rather not have to deal with it. Then you're not even, that's just the animals, the wildlife. We're not even talking about the people, the ghouls and mutants and whatever else.
That would be the hard part, I think.
You still think it'd be worth it?
Yeah, these video games aren't enough for me anymore.
You want to be in the game? Would you rather be in the game controlling yourself or in the game like as the avatar and someone else is controlling you?
I'm controlling myself. What is that?
What if the person was like a video game champion? Like, that's what they did for a living.
No.
Your chances of
You want to be
survival
controlled?
are so much less.
Yeah, but you're not living.
We're not living now.
Yeah. But we're trying to. We're trying to make nuclear power plants.
We're not even trying to make them. We're trying to revive a failed experiment that's 8 years old.
So you'd rather...
I've been in that situation trying to open up a factory that was dormant for years, and it was a nightmare. They thought it was going to be easy, and then everything was rusted out, outdated, old, missing parts, lost machinery. A nuclear power plant is not something to play around with or take that risk.
So, but you're telling me you'd rather be controlled as long as the one doing it is very skilled?
If I was going to be controlled, I would want the person to be like a champion level.
Okay, so you're either you control or champion controls you.
What game?
Any game.
If we're talking like Fallout,
Yeah.
I'd probably take the risk and be in my own control.
You got to. What game
It's
would
more
you
fun
not?
that way.
What game would you not?
I don't know, maybe Sonic.
Would that be fun?
That game's horrible.
Yeah. So and then
Every single
imagine
step.
someone's controlling you, and you're just
Every
barfing
single
your brains
step
out.
I die because there's like Sonic is like unbelievably difficult.
Yeah.
So if you have a champion that can like speed run all the levels and not get touched.
And you want to go through that?
Yeah, wow.
I'd be barfing my brains out. You're going loopy loops. You're going one way, you hit a bumper, you're immediately whiplashing this way.
Well, you're built for it. Because you would be Sonic. It wouldn't be you.
Yeah. I'm too hungry to stop eating.
I know. This pizza is terrible, but I can't stop. I feel like my teeth are chipped. Like, I don't even know if I have them all still. It does taste good, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even mad.
Who would have thought? Sugar. Tastes good.
So, caramel apple pizza was a mild success. Maybe a mild failure?
Like the nuclear power plant?
Yeah, but with less of an impact.
That we know of.
So you're okay with a nuclear power plant in South Carolina?
I don't know. I told you. The only thing I know is Homer Simpson.
You know the crazy thing is there's probably already like a bunch of power plants and we just don't know about them, so we're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
South Carolina's completely safe. What game would you rather be in? Fallout? Or probably like if our world became like what happens in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout or High on Life?
Fallout.
You'd rather deal with radiation than an alien invasion? I mean, you can all you want in an alien invasion, and you're encouraged. The government might even reward you for it.
I hope this isn't ruined.
Everything is ruined. My pizza cutter's ruined, the plates are ruined, my teeth are ruined. Yes, everything is ruined. But darn it,
These plates.
yeah, they're gone. Record my teeth. It's like eating glue. Just when I thought it was getting better, like,
This crust is good.
I took a bite out of the middle, and now I feel like I have rubber cement in my teeth.
I think it'd be cool to be like an Assassin's Creed world
What era would you want to be in?
right now.
Right now?
Mhm.
Who would you assassinate? Be careful how you answer that.
The troublemaker in me wanted to shout out.
I know. I was like, wait a minute, I shouldn't ask that.
No, I don't know. See, I don't want to kill anyone.
That's kind of the whole point of an assassinate.
The worst assassin. Like, this is your target, you have to do this. Okay.
The pacifist assassin?
Yeah, like, hey man, I'm supposed to kill you. Can we just talk it out? Can we just come up with some other idea, some other plan? I think it'd be fun to do the killing in protective ways, defensive ways.
So you instigate a fight with the person you're supposed to assassinate so you can kill them in self-defense? That's
No.
brilliant.
No. It's like karate. You learn karate not to attack, but to protect.
Yeah. So you would still have to instigate the
So,
fight somehow and make it their fault.
no, so I just need bad guys to come after me, and then I defend myself. And run away. Some of it is just running away, not fighting. That's part of the fun.
Like the
Being
Terminator?
invasive. No, like Assassin's Creed, you gotta run and hide places. And like lose the...
With guards and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't eat more, but it's so hard.
I still can't stop eating it though.
It's like I skipped dinner, but I had a big lunch.
Good, I'm glad, because this...
I had 8 hot dogs.
I'm sorry, did you say 8 hot dogs?
A pack of 8 hot dogs.
With the bun?
Tortillas.
What do you make, nachos?
No, I made hot dogs. I call them double dogs. So you get your tortilla, 2 hot dogs, and just ketchup and mustard. All I do. Easy and simple. You just got a double dog. Just roll it. Double dog in
Why
it.
8?
That's how many are in the pack.
I know, but you just felt compelled to eat the whole pack?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh.
Usually I don't eat 8. I just eat like 5.
5 is still a pretty decent amount.
But it's with tortillas, so it's not like you don't get the bun.
Like, I eat a lot, and that's pretty impressive even for me.
But it's not like 5 buns. It's just. We'll
It's
still
5 tortillas.
No, it's usually 1 tortilla per 2.
Okay, so 4
Unless,
tortillas.
yeah, unless I have like a. Yeah. How do you like your hot dogs?
How do I like my hot dogs? Ketchup.
Like I put them on the grill. And then
That already takes too long.
No, it doesn't. It's so fast.
On the grill? No, dude. 20 seconds in the microwave, you're good to go.
Oh, that's trash.
If I even heat them up. I normally eat them right out of the
microwave
package.
dog is trash.
I normally open up the pack out of the fridge and just eat them raw.
So I put it on the grill,
Time for that.
and I, don't care about how hot it is. I let it get way too hot. I leave it on there probably like 4 or 5 minutes too long. They're so burnt. Half of them are like 3 times the size and busting out.
Are they like charred?
Perfect. Of course. They're just so good. It's perfect. There's no care. There's no effort.
Yeah, but that takes a while though. It takes several minutes, right?
Like 4.
4 minutes on the grill to char them that
Maybe
much?
5.
No way. That's like probably,
On like
10.
400?
it's probably like 10 minutes at least.
Maybe.
That's way too long
I
to
don't
wait.
know.
for
I don't use a
hot.
timer.
No. See, when I want to eat like right away. So I don't have time for the grill.
But who make pizzas?
I make.
How long is pizza taking?
This was not my pizza though. This was me trying to follow a book to a T, which does like homemade caramel and all this other fancy nonsense, which I would never do. I would just go buy them.
How long is it supposed to take? Like 10 minutes?
No,
Like
it's
as
like
long as I do for hot dogs?
it says 20 minutes prep and 40 minutes to cook because they have you like.
That's way too long.
They have you put it in like a. In the book, it's like a special pizza.
Why do
oven
people
or
even
whatever.
cook?
I don't know.
It takes way too long.
Yeah, no, this definitely does. A normal pizza for me would take, like, the longest part is rolling out the dough, which usually I have to fight with. But I only cook it for like 14 minutes. So like cook time is only 14 minutes on a regular pizza, and the prep. Well, making the dough takes about 10 minutes, and then you gotta let it rise and all that stuff. So like actual work to make a pizza, you're looking at 25 minutes maybe to make the entire thing from scratch, dough and all. I mean, it comes out better than any pizza place you would buy it at, but obviously it's a lot quicker just to buy or order a pizza.
I like your pizzas.
Yeah.
Not this one.
No, this one is not. I followed it to the letter.
I like the dough.
Yeah, the dough is not part of the
You
recipe.
followed it to the letter, but then you also listened to me. I did way too much.
The drizzle probably would have been enough.
Yeah.
There should be a warning in that book that says like, this is gonna be very sticky, chewy.
They probably thought it was like common knowledge.
Common knowledge? No.
That's what they probably
No
thought.
caramel in my entire life that I've ever had has been like this. This is like, like caramel is runny. Like it's slow, but it's still a liquid.
Yeah.
This is literally like epoxy that has been sitting for like 20 minutes and it's almost hardened, but it's not quite there. So you can get your teeth into it, but then that's it. You're stuck. Like, look at. There's no way that is healthy or edible. Like, I don't know. It looks like glue. I don't know if the camera can see that or not.
Some of it is running.
That's the crazy thing. But like this part is like. It's like resin, like semi-hardened resin.
Do you ever see Wreck-It Ralph?
Of course.
Okay, you're in like a Wreck-It Ralph type world, but you're assigned sports. You have to play a sports game. What sports game would you rather be stuck
Am I Ralph?
No, you're you. And you're assigned a game, and then you
Oh,
and then you
okay,
wear
okay.
the attire of the game, and you're in that game.
A sport, huh?
I think that would be like the worst. Any sport.
What about disc
Be
golf?
stuck. Oh, that's. No one plays that.
Yeah, it's kind of a boring game.
So you'd.
Not the actual game, but like in a video game it would be kind of boring. Tennis? I'd say tennis or like beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball?
Yeah. Beach volleyball.
Not gym volleyball?
Or golf.
Why?
Why golf?
Why any of those?
Well, tennis is fun and active, so that's cool. You can
They're
get,
video games.
you
They're
can
not
upgrade your
physical.
gear. You don't
What
you don't have-
gear can you upgrade in tennis?
your racket, the balls,
You get
the
another
courts,
racket?
the venues.
Is it really an upgrade to get a different racket?
Of course it is. You think a $10 Walmart racket
It's all the same.
is gonna play as well as like a professional level Babolat?
You know how to use it. What did you say? Battle axe?
Babolat. It's a brand of tennis racket.
Alright.
Or Bonex.
Yeah, if you're good, you can use anything.
Yeah, but even a professional, you give a professional a crappy Walmart racket, yeah, they'd still like beat me, but like
So it doesn't matter.
it does. There'll be a significant difference in the ability to strike the ball and to get the responses that they need from a crappy racket versus a really good one.
Sounds like it doesn't matter because you can still win.
Depends on your skill level. A professional tennis player against me, yeah, I'm not that great.
I thought you were pretty good.
Not against a pro. I'm gonna eat that part. Just pull it off. If you can.
I don't want to be stuck to my hands forever.
Would you rather it be like the perfect texture and everything and like a bad taste?
Yeah.
Or like the best the
no,
best taste and then it's this?
No, not this.
A regular caramel sauce though would have worked out. Because it wouldn't have been like this.
Live and we live. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We live and we
glued your
learn.
freaking teeth together. There you go. I told you.
We live and we learn.
We definitely learned.
I think hockey would be super fun to play.
I played hockey once.
Was it fun?
It was super fun, but I never skated at all in my life on ice. And my buddy, he played on a hockey team and was like, "Hey man, we need a goalie tonight for
Oh, so you don't have to skate.
our game." Because he was like, "Well, you want to play hockey?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know how to skate, dude. I've never been on ice." He's like, "Well, no, it's just goalie. You just stand there and block the puck." And I was like, "Sure, man, that sounds like fun."
How does that sound like fun?
It's just I like new things, right? So at the time though,
You like a puck coming at you.
yeah, I don't.
You're like,
I'm not
that
scared of
sounds
that.
fun.
Bro, you're padded up. It's cool. But the problem that I had, the fact that I couldn't skate became a problem. Because apparently goalies still need to be able to move,
A little
Which-
bit.
which was a problem for me.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem is I did not have LASIK at that time, so I still had glasses. So I go out on the ice and like they put all the pads on me. Like the team was all helping me out.
Yeah.
They put all the pads on me. My goalie stick actually said it was either Christian or Davidson. It had my name on it, like it was the brand. And I was like, that's dope. Maybe I'm meant to do this. And then I go out on the ice and they're taking practice shots at me and it's all cool. But like within 20 seconds, my glasses fogged up because the ice was cold, but my body was hot in all the pads.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see a single thing, like completely blind. I went completely white out because my glasses fogged over so hard. And I was just like, I was playing goalie by sound. So I'd hear like the slap shot and like the skates, and I'm just like. So I remember in the game, dude, they took so many shots at me, the opponents. I was getting mad that there was no defense on our side. I was like, there's got to be defense because these guys are shooting at me way too much.
Your friend pranked you and was like, hey, you're playing a game. And then the game was, they just keep hitting you the puck.
Dude, they scored... How many goals did they score? 14?
Oh, that's a lot.
They took 38 shots, though. So I blocked, like, a good percentage.
Did you block them, or did they just...
I stopped them. They hit me in the pad somewhere.
They just...
And it didn't go in. I remember there was one point in the game, and this is clutch. This guy has a breakaway.
Mm.
And he's coming at me, and I'm, like, trying to, like, see through my fogged lenses. And I'm seeing him, and I'm going, oh, this is going to be bad. And he shoots it, and I caught it in my glove, like the web glove.
Yeah.
Everybody went freaking nuts. Even the opposing team stood up on their bench line or whatever it is, and they were clapping for me. Like, even the opposing team was
Felt
happy.
bad for scoring.
That's how bad
13
I was.
other times.
That's how bad I was, but like I made one catch and everyone went nuts. Like, it didn't matter what team it was. So that was like the highlight of my night. I was like, man, hockey's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, we lost. We got crushed. I don't think we even scored one goal.
Yeah. And so 14 is a lot.
That's a lot of goals in hockey.
A lot.
I was trying to hold them to
Like 3 is a lot.
Yeah, but again, they had 38 shots on goal. So I had like a 60% stop percentage, which is pretty solid for never being on ice, can't see, never playing hockey before. I wasn't even mad.
My favorite...
they never asked me to come play again, though.
My favorite hockey story was just in school, going to a field trip for hockey for some reason. When there was like 4 fights broke out in like the first period. And there's other schools, it's not just one school was there. I'm like, this is great. Like, we're just kids and watching a fight.
Hockey's fun. Like, the first NHL game I went to was in Jersey. I went to a Devils game. And I didn't think like hockey was I never really considered hockey. I'm like, that's probably boring. Like, they're just skating around a ring of ice. And then I went to a hockey game and I'm like, holy cow, this is awesome. And then I started going to like Devils games like every chance I got. It was a lot of fun.
Have you done any of the Greenville games? It's
No.
not quite that professional level, but it's cool.
Greenville is not quite. No kidding, it's not professional.
I mean, still,
They're like the AAA league, right? One of those deals.
I don't know.
I think that like that's a good opportunity to get drafted to the NHL. I think. I don't know. No, I haven't. What's this? Swamp Rabbits, right? Swamp Rabbits game.
Yeah, back then when in school they were at the Growl, the Greenville Growl.
Growl?
Mm-hmm. It was like a dog. Weird side story. They had like a
growl.
Yeah. They had a hype man that was a little person. Is that what you're supposed to say? I feel like that's like a bad thing to say. Like, oh, you're a little person. But
It was a person of small stature.
yeah.
That was the hype man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
I
it
get
was
hyped
cool.
up.
Yeah. At some point, I had a nightmare with this dude where we were downtown Simpsonville, and I was walking with my mom and stepdad. He comes across the street with a gun, shoots my mom in the stomach, shoots my stepdad in the stomach. And I say, no, and like do a slow motion jump. They've already been shot. I don't know why I'm jumping. Then he shoots me in the stomach, and I woke up with the sharpest pain in my stomach. And there's like nothing in my bed. Like usually, like you're like, oh, I probably rolled on something. But it was the weirdest thing. Sharpest pain in my stomach. I got shot by this little dude in my dream. This hype man. And I still remember to this day.
Isn't that crazy how dreams can like sometimes manifest
it's weird.
physically?
Yeah.
Who's the Who's
like
the
man?
Not Wee Man.
Oh, you're just thinking of a little person. That's all you want to know.
No. Peter something. He was the guy in Elf, and he plays in a bunch of other movies. I love that guy. I
The
cannot.
actor. I don't know his name.
He was in
I don't
Pixels.
remember.
You know, ever seen Pixels?
No.
You've never seen the movie Pixels?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I've seen Elf though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he was Miles Finch in Elf.
Miles Finch.
Miles Finch. Yeah. The little guy that came in. He was supposed to have like big ideas. I thought you've seen Elf.
I've seen Elf.
How do you not remember?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I want to say Peter Dinklage,
Didn't say.
but I love him. He's awesome. Be cool to hang out with that guy.
Why?
I don't know. Seems like a cool character.
He's one of them character.
Everybody's a character.
He's
Everybody's a character.
most people. I don't know. Some people aren't characters.
Everybody's a character. Whether
Some
they're a
people
good
aren't.
character or a bad character is different. But
I think to be a character, you have to have characteristics, and some people just don't have any.
everyone has a characteristic. You have to. Even if it's a plain boring one, like, oh, they have brown hair. It's still a characteristic.
That's hurtful. Why did you say that?
I just happen to
everything.
I just
Why
happen to
would
be
you say
looking.
that?
I just happen to be looking at you like, what kind of bland characteristic can I come up with?
A white guy with brown hair, brown eyes.
Yeah, see, it's a boring character. You can be boring.
Did you ever see Free Guy?
Yes.
Talking about video games and being a character. It was fun. It was a fun movie.
Have you? You probably haven't seen it, but it's a good movie. Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yeah, that was super fun. I don't remember it at all. I've only watched it one time, but I watched it, and the whole time I'm like, this is fun. Like, This is just fun, straight fun.
Yeah. I'm surprised you saw that one.
Oh, heck
Good
yeah.
for you.
Heck yeah.
You haven't seen Pixels, but you've seen Ready Player One.
Yeah, I don't even know what Pixels is about. Is it a video? It's about a video game, I guess.
Yeah, it's with Adam Sandler.
Oh, I hate Adam
You what?
Sandler.
You hate Adam Sandler?
I just don't find a lot of his movies funny.
What? Don't pay any attention to him. He doesn't mean that, Adam.
Adam's never watching this.
100% he is.
Not cut it out.
No.
Adam
Adam Sandler, the
I hate
majority
it.
of his
I hate
movies
it.
are awesome. There's a couple of them that are like, eh.
That's how I feel about all of them.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's some that I'm like, okay, but I feel like they're all the same.
They're all good.
You just said
Most
not
of
all
them.
of them.
Most of them are good. I could have done without Little Nicky or what's the Hubie Halloween one?
Mm-hmm.
Was it called Hubie
I
Halloween?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, is there two of those?
I don't
I
know.
feel like there's a second one.
Those were the two worst ones I've ever seen. All the rest of them though are pretty good.
I can't even differentiate them. They're all.
How can you not differentiate?
Is this Adam Sandler doing the same thing?
They're very different.
One of them has.
How is
Drew
Billy
Barrymore.
Madison and Happy Gilmore the same thing?
Well, one of them has Drew Barrymore. Another one has Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider's in one.
Rob Schneider's in like
He's in another.
all of them.
Oh yeah, they're all the same.
They always, no, they're not all the same. They put all the good characters in there. because it's
I
good.
like Rob Schneider's characters usually. I think
You
because
think?
they're always like just
Obscure,
bizarre.
yeah.
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 And
But that's what's
fun.
funny about it, yeah.
So that's-
Nobody plays like some like foreign delivery guy.
yeah. Yeah.
They are not
Not
all the
same
same.
guy. Okay.
Well, hey, you know, it's all right. Adam's not gonna come to your birthday party. He
I don't
might,
have birthday parties anymore.
might come to mine. Who knows? He's invited. You don't have birthday parties anymore? Wait a minute. Did I get you anything for your birthday? I did.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. I had to find out. Like, who told me? You didn't tell me. I know that. I was mad. I found out. I think
You
it was either Facebook or
probably found out from me
or
like
Sabrina, or I might have put it in my calendar.
it was like the day of. I was like, oh yeah, it's my birthday. You're like, wait, what? Something like that.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. You gotta celebrate your birthday. You only have a certain number of them.
I celebrate every day. You only have a certain number of everydays, too.
Yeah. But do you get gifts every day? Do your friends get you stuff
I
every
get
day?
myself things.
You spend time. So you buy yourself gifts every day?
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Mhm.
Every day.
On the daily, basically. Sometimes no, but I make up for it and buy 2 sometimes.
The watermelon Red Bull is pretty good. I like the peach one too. Is it the peach one?
It's pretty good. Yeah. I just like the regular.
Yeah, the regular, you can't beat the regular. It's like
The other ones are too sweet now. For me.
the flavored ones?
Watermelon, too sweet. Blueberry, too sweet. They're good, but they're just too
Blueberry was okay. Watermelon was really good. Peach was really good. The regular one really is like the best. It's classic.
sweet. Yeah. It tastes poisonous, but good. In a good way.
Like our pizza.
No, this doesn't taste poisonous. It just probably is.
It's textured like it's toxic. Like this is going through your bloodstream right now. Like I feel like any minute now
Just clogged.
we're done.
It looks good.
It does. It looks like a fake, like a movie prop,
Mm-hmm.
like a resin,
Mm-hmm.
because it is resin.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope it comes off my cutting board. It's my good cutting board. I still say it was a good time.
Yeah.
Anything else that you had in mind? Wait, did you say if you were for or against the nuclear power plant in South Carolina?
I don't know. I was saying 4 because I want to experience more in life, but
You were for it because you want it to explode and give us a post-apocalyptic Fallout video game life scenario.
correct.
That's your motive.
And I guess I'm for it. Like, people wouldn't do it if they thought it was gonna blow up. So
Nobody
some
thinks
hopeful
that
that they
nobody
know
thinks
what
a
they're
construction crane is going to fall off a skyscraper, but hey, here we are.
doing. Does that happen a lot?
It happens.
A crane falling off a skyscraper? How do
Yeah.
you get a crane? You use another crane to get a crane on the skyscraper? How do you get a crane on the skyscraper?
I honestly don't know. I think they build it up there. Like, I think
That's so much work.
I think they crane up the parts.
That's so much work.
It really is. I honestly don't know how they do
That's
it.
insane.
Maybe they use a helicopter. Maybe that's it.
Helicopter or crane?
Maybe they take a helicopter, like one of those heavy lift cargo copters, and
A crane?
then the crane like bolts to the roof or
How?
something. Dude, I don't know. I've never done it. I've seen them. They're all over the city.
How powerful are helicopters?
Helicopters can lift a lot, dude.
A crane?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Helicopters transport tanks, like multiple tanks,
That's,
and vehicles
I didn't
and
think about
supplies.
yeah. That's wild. You think they use helicopters to build pyramids?
There were no helicopters
How do you know?
because flight wasn't invented until the early 1900s.
That you know of. They could have had flight and then just lost that technology. You know how like we
Just
went,
lost
you know
it.
how like we went to the moon and then they say they lost the technology and we can't go back to the moon?
Did they?
It's an idea.
Did they convert the studio into something else for another show?
Dude, I can't. There's nothing in me that can believe that we've been to the moon. I don't believe it.
Why not?
Because it's insane. Allegedly, they lost the technology and can't go back to the moon.
Well, 1969 was a pretty heavy drug year.
And the motive to get to the moon.
I think that's when Woodstock was.
It was in the 60s, yeah. 70s,
69.
69.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same year that we landed on the moon.
Yeah, I don't know that year because that didn't happen. But
Maybe it was all just a big acid trip. It was like, yo, we landed on the moon, man.
makes sense. They were
See?
on the moon. They were high on the moon.
It doesn't say we like
yeah. So
physically took a rocket ship.
The motive to get to the moon was just to beat Russia. So they were like, you know what? We did it. But they didn't do it. There's no way.
Well, we went up there and we took the Russian flag out and put the American one down.
There wasn't a Russian flag one. There was this.
The Russian flag was already there.
No, I think didn't they only had a person in orbit, right?
I don't know.
And they had the first man in orbit. I'm pretty sure.
Is the moon closer than Mars?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So we put rovers on Mars. So how can we not get to the moon?
Did we put rovers on Mars?
According to the video footage of like the red
Of the Grand Canyon?
oxidized clay.
I don't know. I don't know.
We can't find that anywhere on Earth to replicate.
I don't think there's a rover on Mars. There could be. I don't know.
Well, Mars apparently is farther than the moon, right?
Way far.
Yeah.
Apparently. What if Mars isn't even there? We just see a light in the sky and we're like, that's a planet. And we just have to believe what.
Well, it's a neighbor. It's a neighboring planet, kind of.
What if it's just a star? That's not even a planet. Isn't that weird to think about? Like, what, like, we just believe these things?
No, they've seen them with a telescope. I mean, nobody really knows anything.
That's the crazy thing.
Like,
But I know we haven't been to the moon. I know we haven't.
We get taught in school about history and astronomy and all this other stuff. And then that's just what it is. Like, this is just, we're teaching you this is fact, believe it.
It's scary sometimes.
But the truth is, yeah, no one
Like
really has
historical
any
stuff?
idea. Like, what if everything you've ever been taught and everything you think you know is a complete
It could
fallacy?
be. There could have been helicopters building pyramids.
You gotta find your own truth, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Find your own truth, man.
Sometimes I'll think about stuff like that and it'll jack me up. Dinosaur bones? No way.
It'll jack me up.
Yeah. I just like an elephant leg bone. And then just making puzzles and making new animals.
Yeah, but what about the museums? You think all those bones are 3D printed? All the skeletons?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
You think dinosaurs were completely made up?
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, like, we have a bunch of dinosaur bones on display, right? Rearticulated.
Yeah.
This is what the dinosaur looked like.
This is what
This
they
is how
look
big
like.
it
This is
was.
what they sound like.
But what about all the other animals that weren't dinosaurs that died and no longer exist? Where's the skeleton?
Where
of,
are
like,
those bones at?
do they have like woolly mammoth skeletons and saber-toothed tigers and dodo birds?
I think so.
Have they found other stuff other than dinosaurs that they put together and go, hey, this existed too, but we don't know because they're not around anymore.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
What about Leviathan? Where's his bones?
I don't think Leviathan's dead, right?
You think Leviathan is still alive? He'd be like
6,000 years old or something, yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah, I don't know.
But see, like, where's the bones for all the other animals that we don't know existed? Or it's just like, okay, dinosaurs, draw the line, no other animals.
And could Leviathan make offspring?
I don't know, were there two?
I don't know. I don't know, the ocean's big, man.
There had to be 2 Leviathans. At least.
I don't think so. I think it was just one.
Nothing
Sounded-
in all of creation, though, was just one. Not even humans. God always made at
I
least
mean, it was one human
2.
first. They said, "Aw, poor little depressed little man." Aw.
How long did Adam live by himself before
I don't know.
Eve came along?
I don't know.
Do you think he just went crazy and was like
How
talking
old
to
was he
himself?
when he was made? Like, what would his age be?
Oh, like, yeah.
Like, he's 1 day old, but like,
Yeah, his body was like a man, not a boy,
Like, I'm
right?
sure.
Or was he a boy? Was
Yeah.
he like little Mowgli and he just got raised by the
Then he
animals?
hit puberty and God's like, you need somebody.
Son,
You need to have a little chat.
I'm gonna do you a solid here, son. Never thought about that.
That's funny.
But think about that, like how long was Adam by himself?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours, he already went insane. Guy's like, oh, no.
When did he name the animals? Was that pre? That was pre-Eve, yeah? Yeah, that was pre-Eve, I think.
It had to be, otherwise the Bible would have said Eve told Adam what to name the animals.
Was that our podcast where we were talking about Adam was with Eve?
Yes,
And
when she ate the apple, and I was
You're
so
like, no.
disappointed.
I was like, no, it wasn't. Like, dude, it literally says, and Adam was with her. And then the way you were reading it,
I was like,
you're so like
what is-
confident, like, oh, and Eve, and then
Eve ruined
was
everything.
with her.
Eve ruined everything for us. We're like, no, dude, Adam was right there. That was a very disappointing
Oh, that was
conversation, because I never even caught that before.
Why is that?
I'm like, God,
Disappointing.
why is Adam so dumb? He was there the whole freaking time. He couldn't say anything. He couldn't be like, hey, Eve, I wouldn't do that. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
God, it's so disappointing.
Like, dumb boy.
But I wonder, I wonder how old Adam was, or how long he was before. And then did they get along right away? Or did she nag him and he was annoyed and they had to like a married couple, you gotta there's a honeymoon period and you gotta figure out what kind of things annoy you.
They got along.
You think they argued?
They got along. He saw Eve for the first time. They got along. Even if she was like a nagging type, whatever, he didn't care. He's worth it.
He'll take the abuse.
They got along.
He will take the abuse.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I wonder if they had little nitpicky arguments, like married people do.
God, I don't like these berries.
Yeah. Well then don't eat them. Stuff like that. Don't eat those berries, they give you gas.
But they taste so good.
No, you're not sleeping next to me tonight. Go over there.
Over there.
I wonder if they did. They had to, they were human, right?
Yeah.
Just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Wait, did they even talk?
Yeah.
We didn't have they didn't have English teachers.
Oh yeah, there wasn't a thing called English. It was Hebrew probably. Was that the first language?
Hebrew? Aramaic?
One of those. I think Aramaic
Greek?
was older. No, Greek's older. I mean, not older, later.
Yeah, so they didn't even speak English.
Oh,
If anything, they spoke.
People didn't speak English until the 1500s. No, I don't know. I don't know that much.
So they
I'm thinking of American.
so they spoke a different language, for sure.
Yeah, like Hebrew.
But did they even speak a language, or was it just mumbles and
No,
grumbles?
I'm positive they had a language because they were.
Because language didn't come. I thought language.
They communicated with God.
Yeah, they could have been speaking. They could have been speaking in tongues, for all we know.
But that is supposed to come from a language.
Sign language?
It's like Hebrew. Yeah. How does Adam name animals without a language?
If he didn't speak English, he certainly didn't name them what we call them.
No.
So all the animals that we know are not even called what they are.
There's like a translation.
So what's lion in Hebrew?
I don't know.
So all the animals that
We
we
could
name,
probably find
I have a
out.
cat. I have a pet cat. What is it?
Something
It's
probably
not even a
close
cat.
to feline. Something along a feline route.
So it's not even called a cat. That's sad to me. Everything
You know what the saddest
everything
thing
we
is?
know is completely false.
The craziest thing is names. Jesus. That's not his name.
Yes, it is.
No.
Pretty sure it is.
That's the name we given and
We've got a lot of names.
interpreted. And it was like Yeshua.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then we changed it to Jesus.
It sounds more like Joshua.
Yeah.
So we should have called him Josh.
Or just stuck with Yeshua, or the actual name. Like if you go to another land, you don't rename yourself. Like you go visit China, you don't get a Asian modified name. You keep your name. That's what blows my mind. Is names change. Another weird thing. Apparently, James in the Bible, his name was Jacob. But it was changed to James because of King James. Just for funsies.
That's weird to me. Stuff like that. Just for funsies.
Yeah. Just for funsies.
That's wild. Now I want to know what animals are called.
Yeah, whatever root, like a cat would be something along the lines of feline.
Check your phone. How do you say cat in Hebrew?
Oh, I'm way off. Shatul?
What is it? I don't know. How do you spell it? C-H-A-T.
Well, that's how you actually spell it.
No, I don't. C-H-A-T.
Look at
this.
Shatul.
He heard it. He knew.
Cat.
Oh, that's not what I want to listen to.
Your genetic roots, bro. You speak Hebrew? Shatul?
Shatul. Or Chatul. Chatul?
I'm sure the CH probably has a different,
Probably Chatul.
pronunciation. But that's pretty wild that you said that and then
He just pops up and
he just shows
on
up.
the camera. Thank you. I told him
That's what you told me to get down. How did all the animals get converted into?
This is how
So every language
change.
has their own way of calling
Something.
something.
Yeah.
That's not confusing at all. Yeah. Man, so literally everything is made up. There is no truth. There's no solid.
There is a truth somewhere.
No, there's no solid, definitive. This is what it is. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what language you speak.
Jesus comes from the Hebrew name Yahoshua, which is Latinized as Joshua,
Nailed it.
and it means Yahweh saves. But it's not Jesus. Like you just call it, I don't get I don't get it. Jesus' name was spelled Yeshua, like the funky little E's and U's. In late Latin, it was spelled I-E-S-U-S. In English, the name Jesus first appeared in 1629 in the King James. So Jesus first appeared as Jesus, 1629.
So he was already dead 1,600 years?
Yes. And then we renamed him Jesus.
I mean, dead and resurrected,
Yeah.
for the record. So after his death and resurrection, 1,629 years later, we decide, what the heck, let's just change his name?
Isn't that weird?
This whole thing is blowing my mind.
It's so weird. Because I'm like, in my head, if someone wants to talk to me, and then they just rename me, like, hey, that's not my name. Like, I'll listen to you, I guess. But that's not my name, guys.
Yeah. You're going to be Zachary from now on.
Yeah. Like, it messes with me when people just spell my name wrong. They say it right, but then they spell it wrong.
You spell it with or without the H?
With an H.
See, that's wrong. That's why they spell it
That's
wrong.
not my truth.
Jonathan with an H.
Yes. 2 H's.
Right. A thin is not the question part.
Well, how do you spell John?
It's John.
Yeah.
But Jonathan, normally the H gets kicked out for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's stupid. A biblical thing that recently blew my mind was John the Baptist. You know John the Baptist. He baptized Jesus. That's when the heavens open. God says, "This is my son." Whatever.
Yeah,
who
yeah.
I'm well pleased. That same guy. He ends up getting jailed. He's in jail. He sends his little followers to Jesus, saying, "Hey, are you actually Jesus? I'm having doubts. Make it make sense, bro." He baptizes this guy. Heavens open up. He hears it. It's
He
audible.
baptized a lot of people.
Yes. But then he's in jail after
But John-
witnessing these things.
But John didn't doubt that he was Jesus.
in jail. Yes.
No,
Yes.
John's
He sins-
entire existence was
To pave the way for Jesus.
yes,
Yes.
to preach that Jesus.
This guy, same guy we're talking about,
No.
doubted.
No, maybe some of his followers doubted, but
Nope.
John the Baptist did not. He was like a brother. He was like family to Jesus. Like, yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. What translation are you looking at?
Luke 7:19. I'm going to my little trusty Bible app. Tell me you didn't catch that when you read the Bible in a year?
No, because it didn't exist.
So Luke 7, I'll just start in 8, verse 18. This is the Holman Christian stand-in. Is that one good enough for you?
Sure.
Then John's disciples told him about these things. So John summoned 2 of his disciples and sent them to the Lord, asking, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we look for someone else?"
So you're saying John's sole purpose was to pave the way to preach that Jesus was coming, but he didn't know or recognize that Jesus had
He
came.
ends up having doubts. He knows it's Jesus.
Does
he
he
knows,
though?
he knows, he knows, he knows.
At that
Goes
point,
to
maybe he
jail.
never knew. Because it'd be like, just for the sake of argument, let's say you're Jesus, and my job is to go around and tell everybody that Jesus is coming and he's going to save the world. But I've never met you. I don't know you, never seen you.
But then we meet, he
Don't know.
baptized me.
No. I'm preaching the gospel, telling everybody Jesus is coming. You arrive. I'm a baptizer. I've baptized thousands of people.
Hmm.
So I baptize you, and then you go on your way. He had to have known. Because
That
one,
was Jesus?
yeah, he had
Yeah.
to. He had to.
Yeah.
I was trying to like play devil's advocate, but I can't. I can't. He had to have known.
Yeah.
Because he was there when God said, "This is my son." So
That's exactly what I said.
God literally told him.
Yeah.
And then he told Jesus, "You should be baptizing me. Like I'm not even worthy to baptize you."
Yes,
Just
he said
like-
baptize me. He said, "No, you have to baptize me."
Yeah. See, so he knew. 100% he knew. So
So
there's no,
then in Matthew 11,
so why would he send those guys?
it's the same report, but in Matthew. When Jesus had finished giving orders to his 12 disciples, he moved on from there to teach and preach in their towns. When John heard in prison what the Messiah was doing, he sent a message by his disciples and asked him, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else?" And Jesus replies, "Go and report to John what you hear and see. The blind see, the lame walk. I'm healing people."
Interesting, but not really surprising.
Kind of surprising. This
No,
is John.
because-
This is the guy who goes on the...
Yeah, but guess what? Moses led all the Egyptians out of Egypt. They
Yeah.
saw all these miracles, and they
Yeah.
still couldn't freaking figure it out.
Yeah. They see...
And that's why they
Moses'
spent their
face-
whole lives in the desert dying, because they were
Yeah.
too dumb to get it.
Yeah. They see Moses' face bright, and then they're like, "I'm gonna make a calf."
They watched all the plagues. They get
Freaking
set
sea.
free. The sea opens up. There's fire guiding them at night.
Like, yeah, no, I'm not supposed to worship a golden calf or anything. I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, it's like, it didn't even take long. Like, Moses is like,
Goes
"Hey,
up.
I'm going up the mountain."
Goes down. That's
Like, he wasn't even gone long, and they had already, like,
But to be
casted
fair,
another idol and started, like,
that is insane, yes.
do you really feel the urge to worship a cow that bad that you, like...
But John was physically with Jesus, physically heard God, does all these things. His life is dedicated to this mission. He's out in the wilderness eating bugs. For some reason, I guess. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Locusts are good, I guess.
I don't know. And then eventually he's just like, was I wrong? Did I miss something? Did I get this wrong?
But that's human nature. That's self-doubt. That's the
But in that,
devil
like,
giving you, like, thoughts of, like,
yeah.
are you really right, or are you, like, just making stuff up?
Yeah.
So, I mean, then he's just messing with your head.
Isn't that like cool? This guy had doubts. I don't feel so bad about it.
Everybody has doubts once in a while.
Isn't that,
you gotta figure it
isn't that
out.
encouraging? A little bit, in a weird way.
Well, it shows everybody's human.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna have doubts at some point.
Yeah.
But he came around to the point where he lost his head over it. That was a whacked story too. That was not cool.
King Herod and his daughter, her daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Like he was, I think, married.
All because she danced well.
That's weird.
Like,
that's a little weird.
Good dance. I'll give you anything
Okay,
you want
step
up to half
daughter.
my kingdom.
Yeah.
What? And then he's like bound by it. Like he's the king. He can
Back
be
then-
like, you know what, never mind, I'm not doing that.
You know how many dance moves there are now? There weren't that many dance moves. Like, we're inventing dance moves, and there's still like a limited amount. Back then, well, how many moves were there?
Do you think she did like the zipper?
I don't even know what that is.
The floss?
No, no floss.
You don't think she flossed?
We just came up with that 5 years ago. I think she did like a belly dance.
Belly did. Yeah. She didn't raise the roof?
No.
She didn't do like fist pumps?
Did they have roofs? Yeah. Did they have roofs?
Of course they have roofs.
Yeah, you gotta have a roof.
Animals. I think of like Fortnite with all the different dance moves that you can.
I hate Fortnite.
My nephew he plays Fortnite
Yeah.
and he can do all the dances and it's so funny to watch him
Yeah.
because he'll be like, it was this, and then he does the dance. He's like, and then this. And he went through like 20 dances, and I'm just sitting there laughing, and I'm impressed too because he's doing them all like perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, dude, if you did that for Herod, you can have half the kingdom.
Herod would be impressed.
Herod would be impressed.
Yeah. That's fine.
But that's a crazy. The Bible's full of crazy stories, like insane stuff you can't even make up. But yeah, that's wild. How did we get all the way there from cranes on skyscrapers? So I started talking about helicopters and how much it can lift, and then
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Then Leviathan, and then the Bible.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was quite the path.
Yeah.
Everything reached
Yeah.
back to
In the
Jesus.
Bible, they mention Leviathan as like a water dragon.
Yeah. Who was the other
Pretty
one?
dope. It mentions Behemoth.
Behemoth. That's it. When you say Leviathan, I think of that big water dinosaur in Jurassic Park that eats like the T-Rex. You've never seen Jurassic Parks?
I think I've seen.
I'm talking about the Lost World. Like,
Is that the old one?
wait, is it not the Lost World? That's the second one. Jurassic World.
Is that the new?
That's the one with
the
Chris
newer one?
Pratt. No, the new one is Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Dominion or something like that.
I didn't see any of the Chris
Oh, you
Pratt.
gotta catch up. Jurassic World was really good
Why do I need to see any of the Chris Pratt ones? Like
because
I
it's
know
got Leviathan in it.
the premise is don't do this. It's a bad idea.
Well, yeah, for all 5 of them.
So it's like a
It's good,
Godzilla movie. Like, okay, he's gonna come and destroy some buildings.
Yeah, but King Kong versus Godzilla was cool. You've never seen it.
Mm-mm.
Way before. Well, it's even before my time, but I saw it anyway.
Oh, I thought they made a new one.
They've made new ones, but like the old classic,
There's definitely
King
no-
Kong takes Godzilla's jaws and he like pulls them apart. He's like, it's pretty awesome.
I thought Godzilla would be stronger than that. That's a pretty bad way to go.
King Kong's massive, dude. But like
Big as Godzilla.
in the old school, like King Kong versus Godzilla, King Kong pulls Godzilla's mouth
It's like
apart.
Megatron and Jazz in the Transformers movie.
Yeah,
I liked Jazz.
except he doesn't pull his mouth apart. He pulls like his arms
whole
off.
body. No, it's like his whole body in half. He's dead.
Is it a whole body?
Yeah, he's just dead. He's like this cool character, like, oh yeah, Jazz. Like done. I was shocked. I was like a kid. I'm like, that guy was cool, and he's gone.
He's
What?
gone.
Because they couldn't save him. Yeah, he was done.
Yeah, no, you can't.
What happened to the Transformers movies?
They made 50 of them and then decided that they were overplayed. I used to love the Transformers movies, and then it was just like one after the other after the other. And it was just like, ugh.
You think Transformers built the pyramids? I just want to know how the pyramids were built. I think that's what I'm getting at.
What if they weren't built? What if they're just natural rock formations that just became uncovered with like sandstorms and the sand just revealed them?
That's crazy. And then Great Pyramids, and then there's also like other. They're basically pyramids, or at least close enough to pyramids, like ziggurats or something, whatever. Like South American pyramids, like on opposite sides of the globe. Like thinking about that too sometimes. That's wild.
No, maybe they weren't built. Maybe
Like,
they
was
were-
there a traveler? And he's like, I got a great idea, guys. Like, he's like this architect. So he's like, yeah. I'm like, great job. Moving on. And he like sails across the world. Hey guys, I got something really cool. You're gonna love it.
They're building this shape over in Africa. Check this out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the triangle is the strongest shape in nature.
Is it in nature or just is the triangle? That's not a natural shape.
It's out there.
I've seen a triangle somewhere out there. How many shapes are natural? I don't think any. I don't think there's. I think they're all man-made.
The diamond is natural.
Yeah, but it's not the
Is that a shape or a material?
material. Yeah.
It's like a mineral, right? We make it into a shape.
Yes. Why wouldn't I feel like the diamond just make stuff diamond shaped, but make it out of diamonds? There you go. You don't have to worry about if it's a triangle or not. For a strong, it's diamond. It's strong.
It'd be expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah, but you can make them in a lab these days.
Then they're not diamonds. They're cubic zirconium. They're not nearly as strong.
Don't tell my wife.
They will crush.
Don't tell my wife.
Don't tell my wife. That's funny.
But the pyramid being as strong, the triangle, it is a triangle. It's not made out of triangles.
Pyramids are like
They're made out of
prisms,
blocks.
though. They're not triangles. They're prisms.
But they're made out of squares, from what I can tell. I've never seen the inside.
Yeah, they're made out of blocks.
Yeah.
Naturally forming blocks that stacked up in the shape of a triangle.
There's no, I can't.
Hey, how are volcanoes formed?
It's not the same thing. That is natural. Those aren't blocks stacked on top of
A volcano is triangular. So are mountaintops.
It's a cone.
So are mountaintops.
They're
Triangles. Large triangles.
I mean, if you draw it that way,
Mountain peaks.
they're
Triangle.
yeah, but they're mostly like all kinds of.
Yeah, some of them,
Movements.
but some of them are triangles.
Name one.
Everest.
The whole mountain is just a triangle.
That's why it's so hard to climb. It's slippery.
Oh man, was it just like a bunch of like that many people made pyramids? There's that much manpower.
There's a lot of people, and what else are they gonna
Yeah.
do? It's not like they had TV and cell phones back then.
Well, I don't think they did it willingly.
Well, that also helps.
Yeah.
We've got 100,000 people that are bored, and oh, by the way, we can just tell them what they're gonna do,
Yeah.
so they're gonna do it. Because there were so many people.
That blows my mind. The amount of people that have died, like in every war and every invasion and every
Yeah.
like, so many people die.
Millions.
But so many
millions.
people that were alive.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
this is how it works.
That-
Everybody you know
That blows my mind.
or ever will know, including yourself, is going to die.
That's not a guarantee. I
Okay.
don't think it's a guarantee.
Pretty sure it's a guarantee.
I don't think it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
It's most likely gonna happen. Very probable. But I don't think it's a guarantee per se.
No, death is guaranteed.
No, I don't think so.
How so?
There was Elijah. He just taken up in a whirlwind. Apparently didn't die.
You think you're just going to be taken up in a whirlwind?
Probably not gonna happen, but it's not guaranteed that it's not gonna happen.
All right, well, who am I to say? Would you rather want to know when you're going to die or how you're going to die?
When?
When?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think how would be nice to know. If it was like, oh, you're just going to die in your sleep at an old age, then you don't care about when. Because you'd be like, all right, cool, I'm good.
Yeah.
But then again, it could be like you're going to die in your sleep, but then like you die in your sleep tomorrow.
Like, it could be you're gonna get shot in the head.
Yeah, would you
Are
want
you
that
out,
news?
Are you out in the street getting shot in the head? Are you asleep at the age of 97 getting shot in the head for some reason? Like, so you're living your whole life up until your 90s, like just afraid of everything and holed up in your house. Guess what? The gun is yours. Oh god, that's dark.
Okay, so here's a third option. It did get dark. It got dark real quick.
Gosh.
Okay, you can either know when you're going to die, how you're going to die, or the year you're going to die.
Isn't that when?
Not exactly. The when would be like
So you can
February
know,
20th at 5 p.m. of this year, you're dead. Like, that's the when. But
that option makes no sense to me. The knowing a little bit but not a lot. Why wouldn't you just pick the rest of it?
well, some people wouldn't want to know exactly when. It was like, yeah, in 2025 or 2060. Then you're like, okay, cool. I'm good for like 35 more years. Or,
So
because
what
if
do
you
you
know
do
the
when-
specific date, then what do you do? Like,
You prepared to die?
do you panic?
No.
Do you change to what you would do that day? Like,
No.
you're not going to go outside because you might be getting run over by a
You're
car.
gonna die regardless.
Yeah, but if you don't know how,
I feel like we've had
would you try and
have we
prevent?
had this conversation?
Would you try and prevent it?
No.
You think you could change
No,
your
because
fate?
I saw this show called That So Raven. You ever hear this show? It was a kid show when I was a kid, so you probably haven't seen
I
it.
know that show.
You know of it?
Yeah.
She sees the future. Every time she sees the future, she tries to prevent it. She actually makes it happen. It's like, oh no, this is going to happen. I got to do these things. And then she makes it happen. So if she never knew it, she wouldn't have made it happen.
That's trippy. That's a
Yeah.
kid show?
Yeah.
Golly.
So it's like, oh no, that she usually would see glimpses too. It would be like the whole picture. She's just like, oh, this is going to happen. And then she does things and then it ends up making it happen. And then it's like, oh, it's not as bad as it seemed like it was going to be. Or it could be worse. I don't know. I don't remember all the episodes.
Well,
But the point of it was she couldn't escape the fate. And knowing the outcome, she actually made the outcome happen on accident. Trying to avoid it.
I grew up watching a show called Quantum Leap.
Never heard of it.
Exactly. So it was before you were born, like a long time before you were born. And in that, he gets a newspaper that tells like what's going to happen, and then he goes back in time and prevents that stuff. So he'll look at the newspaper and be like, "Oh, tragic accident, mom gets hit by a car, or whatever." So then he'll go
When was this?
back in time. Quantum Leap is from the 80s at least.
And he just let the Nazis do what they did. He'd never read that newspaper. He just skipped that one.
It's whatever shows up on the doorstep, man.
It has to be on the doorstep. How does he travel? How does he do it?
It's like a time machine, I think. Not like a time machine, but like he's got some sort of warp device.
But it has to be.
It's been a long time since I've seen the show. It's a great show, though.
But it has to be on the newspaper.
No. That's where he gets the information from to know when and where to go back and where to be to prevent it.
So we never knew the information of Joseph Stalin and said, hey, I can.
He only knows what's in the newspaper, man.
I'm sure Stalin was in the paper at some point.
Well, it has to be.
Correct.
He gets tomorrow's newspaper today. So it's a 1 day future.
So he doesn't time travel. He just does it the day before.
He could travel. I might be mixing up shows now that you mention it. Quantum Leap was an awesome show.
If he got tomorrow's paper, then he doesn't have to travel because it hasn't happened yet. Right?
He travels just because he can.
I don't think he travels. I think he travels by
No,
car.
Quantum Leap is called Quantum Leap because he travels.
Quantum.
So I might be mixing up. There's a show where a newspaper shows up on the guy's doorstep. It's delivered by an orange cat. Now that show is escaping me. I thought
It's got to be a different show.
it has to be.
Because the newspaper guy, he's not traveling.
Yeah. No, what is that one with the newspaper then? I don't know, but Quantum Leap was an awesome show. That one he travels like in time. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to look that back up. I just remember it was a really good show my dad and I used to watch. But he actually made the difference and saved the people.
Mm-hmm.
Which is opposite from what they teach kids nowadays, to where you're actually going to make things worse and people are going to die.
Yeah, you can't escape the fate.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my show on that one.
I like my show
Where
too,
you can
though.
save people and do good things.
We can save people by just being good in the moment. And don't worry about the future, but in a different way. Like not panicking.
Well, you can't panic anyway.
Yeah.
But so what did you choose?
For what? What are you talking about here?
We always digress. Would you rather know how, when, or what year? Like specific date or the year?
I'd want to know when.
The specific date.
Specifically. Yeah.
Date and time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no other information.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I probably would too, even though
Yeah.
the how is kind of like,
Not worried about the how.
I don't know. If
Like-
I knew the how, I would try and prevent it. Feel like, oh, you're going to die in a car accident. Well, I'm not getting in a car, so good luck with that.
But then you would somehow end up in a car. Because that's how you're going to die.
I'd never go in a car.
Well, then that's not how you would
Unless
die.
a car drives through my house when I'm watching TV. Some rampant drunk driver. That would suck. Because then you
Yeah.
like do everything to prevent it and it doesn't even matter because you're just chilling.
But that's I think that's my point. If that's how you're going to die, that's how you're going to die. Like, you can't prevent it. Because then if you prevent it, that's not how you're going to die. So then you don't know how you're going to die. Because that's not how
If you prevent it, then your fate changes. And you can die a different way.
Well, if your fate changes, then it's not your fate. Right?
What?
If the fate didn't happen, then it wasn't really the fate.
You can change your fate.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the definition of fate.
If you are fated for a specific outcome and you change that outcome, then your fate changes.
No. Then it's not fate.
It is, it just changed.
No.
Your fate changed.
No.
You still have a fate.
You're using the word wrong. It's something else than fate.
I'm not using the word
It's
wrong.
not fate. Fate is fate. Fate is going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Have you ever seen the Terminator movies?
Well, they have it wrong if there's some example.
There is no
of-
fate but what you make yourself.
They
changed their fate.
Agree. No, there is no fate. The point is there's no fate. Like, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as this fated outcome. That's the point. It's not really fate. If you can change it, it's not fate. The word's being used wrong. It's not fate.
Yes.
What's the definition of fate? Like, the future outcome is
The
gonna
destiny.
happen.
It's the destination you're going to end up at.
Correct.
Okay, but you can change your destination.
So then the destination, you didn't end up there, so that's not your fate.
Because your fate changed. You still have a fate and a destination.
So
It's
that
just
was
not
never
that.
your fate.
Not never.
If you change
was
it, it's
at a
never your
time.
fate.
It
No.
was at that time, and now it's
That's
not.
not the
It
definition of
is.
fate. No. Definition of fate is this is going to happen this way.
You're driving to Tennessee, so your fate is to end up in Tennessee. You take a left and you end up in Texas.
Yeah, that's not the right.
Now your fate is to end
That
up in
wasn't
Texas.
your fate. That was your plan. Your plan was to get to Tennessee. Well, that wasn't your fate if it didn't happen.
Look up the definition of fate. I think you can change your fate. See, that's because you grew up watching all these depressing shows where you die no matter what and you make things worse. All the shows I grew up with, you can change anything.
Dictionary. There's the first one. The development of events beyond a person's control. So you can't change it if it's beyond your control. So if you change it, then it isn't fate. It's mislabeled. Like, you're calling it fate, but it's not actually fate if you can change it. Does that make sense?
But what if somebody else changes it for you?
That's still a person's control.
No, it's not.
Someone else is a person. And if someone else can control what they do to change something,
Then they changed your fate.
no, it's not fate.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
mislabeled. You can't change fate, is my point. You can't change the definition of fate. I don't think there is fate.
So you're
In the way
thinking
that we
fate doesn't
think.
exist at all.
In our scheme of things, no. Like, oh,
How
I'm
is that?
fated to be... Because we have free will.
So you can change your fate.
Because it's not fate.
Oh.
You can change your outcome. You can change your destination. All these other words. But you can't change fate, because fate is unchangeable.
It didn't say fate was unchangeable. Fate was out of your control.
To change.
Didn't say
The
change.
development of events beyond a person's control.
Yeah, see, it doesn't say you can't change it.
But if you don't get there, then it's not fate. Based on the development of events. Regardless of whatever.
Beyond your control, but other people can...
Beyond a person's control. It's anybody.
It's subject to that individual that you're talking about, though. If you're fated to go home tonight and
Then I'll go home tonight.
and your wife calls and is like, hey, stay there because it's too late to drive home,
Then I'm not fated to go home.
then your wife just changed your fate.
No.
Yes.
Then my fate was not that in the first place.
You're.
Because the development of events led me to not go there. Right?
I kind of get what you're saying.
The development events take me to where I go, no matter what. If I think I'm going here, and you label it as fate, I'm on the way there and something happens, my fault, someone's fault, her fault, their fault. No one's fault but a butterfly. And I end up over here instead. This was fate all along, because that's where I ended up. Right?
In simplistic terms, yeah, I guess. If you put it that way.
Yeah.
So then fate doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
But it does.
I don't think so.
Because there's always an end, a destination, something.
Yeah, but it's not like I don't know.
Was it fate that we didn't get to eat a pizza tonight?
That's sad.
Because it was brick? Gosh, look at all that pizza left. Such a waste. Ugh.
I feel like it's gonna be like hard, but it's still like.
It's only hard when you bite into it, and then it becomes like
even harder.
Yeah, it hardens
Each
when it
bite.
hits your teeth.
Yeah.
Like if you took like a huge full bite there, you would never be able to get your teeth open again. All right, what time we got? Goodness, it's 12:34
Dang.
a.m. We covered a lot of different topics. A very random conversation, but still fun.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're gonna title this one. Probably just pizza fail, but
We'll see what fate has in store for us.
I have to split it up into a couple because it's 2 hours.
Yeah. 2 hours. I wonder if I had enough memory on the camera.
Well, we'll do it again next time with a different.
With actual pizza.
Yeah, with a pizza we can eat.
And we can come up with a topic to set it and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to come up with topics.
Well, nothing is scripted. Like we just went off the cuff. So that's the good and the bad part of it. It's like
Yeah.
we don't know what we're gonna talk about until we talk about it.
Next time we'll talk about. I don't know.
We'll see what fate decides for us to talk about next time. How's that?
Good.
Cool. Podcast over.